Ladies and gentlemen, fellow tacticians, welcome to my second viewer request video. And today I pull up Johdavis's comment, "Hey, do you have a video on how to have multiple accounts using Bluestacks? Love the content, keep up the great work." He says he's only been playing for about a month or so, but he's balls deep addicted, and it sucks hitting Orbit Energy wall so far from me at level 15. You shouldn't really be running to that issue too terribly much at level 15. I highly recommend you always, as always, do the ad refresh. And you should be getting enough natural Blackstone, and I think on my newest account that I made, I got like 3,000 Blackstone just from playing naturally. What you can do is do the 50, maybe even the 110 energy refresh. Yes, you will eventually run out of the Blackstone, but make sure that that is the only thing that you're using it for. Do not use it for requisitions. Don't grab some of the other offers. Things get a little bit better. As for the orbs, unfortunately, Recs when you get them, make sure you're doing your Rec 10s, and also eventually whenever, you start really killing guild bosses. So that's all I have to say about that comment, but I have gotten asked before about Bluestacks and how I use it. I will caveat real quick and say that there are other options than Bluestacks. There are... Hold on, I have a list of them over here. Nox Player, Memu Emulator, some of those exist. You can Google them. I really recommend Bluestacks. I think it's probably the fastest emulator there is. It's probably the smoothest UI. There are some hiccups with it, but we'll go ahead and check it out. But first things first, if you do want to get Bluestacks for yourself and play on the computer, go to Bluestacks.com. Don't go anywhere else, and make sure you click right here. This is the front page when you go to Bluestacks.com. Download Bluestacks, and you'll be set up. Now, here's what happens when you get Bluestacks. You'll be dropped into this menu right here, and you can go down to My Games, right? And here's where I have Warhammer. And you can just type up in here in this top corner whatever game you want, right? So we'll type in Warhammer 40k Tacticus. Boom, there we go. This is where you can play it on the app player or install it. Now, another thing that you can and should do is be aware, right, of where the different buttons are on your game, right? You need to make sure you can update it, because sometimes you'll need to update it, right? You can uninstall, reinstall, everything else. So just kind of get yourself familiar with the menu. Now, that is what I use to run multiple copies of Warhammer 40k Tacticus on my computer. It's the only place that I can play my low account because it's the only one that I have connected. There are ways to play multiple versions on your phone, and I can show you that at another time if anybody is interested. But I do primarily play my main account on my phone just because it's convenient, mobile, right? That's the big benefit of it. Now, there is something on Bluestacks called the MultiInstance Manager. Go ahead and click here, and you're able to create multiple instances of Bluestacks. And here you can see each of my 3 different accounts. I have the Alt Tacticus account, which is the first one that I started playing on Bluestacks. I have the Clean Tacticus account, which is my brand new account. It's the one that, I built the guild around and doing the Zero to Hero series. And then I also have the main Tacticus account, which obviously is my main account. Now I could add another one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click this button right here. Fresh instance, you'll have to log in again. Or I can clone an instance, right? But this I would want to say maybe create a 4th account, which would be absolutely mental. We're not going to do it. I prefer 64-bit. It runs better with my computer since I have a 64-bit computer. We can emulate Android 11. Whichever one that you want to do, you can. I don't really know too much of the difference between the 3, I'll be honest with you. I just click whichever one, and they all seem to work just fine. Now what you can do is you can create desktop icons, right? Create a desktop shortcut, and here I just click on one of these 3 buttons, and it opens up whatever account that I want to play. And click this button to add a desktop shortcut, right? So that's all fine and dandy, and I'll show you, boom, right here. I already have my Alt Tacticus account pulled up, and I think maybe my main one as well. That is correct. So we're going to pull up the Clean Tacticus install real quick. I just click the shortcut, boom, it pops up, and it should immediately take me to the game, which is great except for the fact that if there's maybe an update or something that I needed to do first, and of course it's going to prove me, okay, there it is. I thought it was going to have technical errors, and for the sake of the video, which would have been very annoying, but such is the way of things. Alright, wait for it to load, and boom, we are in free-to-play Jace. Now what you can do is you can click this home button right here, and it will take you to the home page where you can go and manage some things. Now, let's theoretically say that my Tacticus was out of date. I click the home button, I go into System Apps, I go into the Play Store, I'll type in Tacticus. Look at me, I already had it up. And here, theoretically, I'd be able to hit the update button. Sometimes some updates are a little bit of a pain in the ass, and you actually have to uninstall, reinstall. And typically, since Snowprint has fixed the issue with, having to do the trial every single time, or the demo every single time, you can just log right into your account. It should recognize your account. Everything should be good money. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I play Tacticus on 3 different accounts, all at the same time, and also play on my computer. Now, I definitely think that the experience for Tacticus is a lot better with the mouse than it is on, touchscreen. I think there's a lot less error for you to fumble your phone, make a misclick, move somebody, one step forward, and you scuff a whole entire raid. Now, it's still not perfect. There is still, sometimes I'll let go of the mouse button a little early and have some issues there. But otherwise, it seems to, for the most part, work out just fine. So I do prefer the mouse. But with that being said, as always, hopefully that helps you out, Johdavis. If anybody else has any questions, want to see me do anything for a video, please let me know. Make a comment. This is our second one in the series, and hopefully, it helps John out, and hopefully it helps somebody else out too. But with that being said, as always, peace.